Apple Bites, I know where you're tangling yourself over there. You're like, what the heck? How did that start the way it started? And folks, we are here. We are live, and we have all the guys hanging out with us. And
I'm the guys.
Yeah,
Me. I'm
yeah,
the guy.
you too. To me, I was raised in the '80s, so it's a guy girl term because it was the guys for me. It was dude.
Yeah, I'm just messing with you. Like I've been called like dude and shit. I'm like, okay, cool.
I think it depends on where you're from. Some places it's you guys, some places it's y'all.
Yeah, y'all. Those people.
You assholes.
Maybe not those people. That one might be a little dangerous there. Dude.
I've been called that.
I've been called that too.
Yeah.
For reasons. A bunch of different reasons.
Never good. Never good.
Well, folks, there you have it. That is the kickoff to the Kickstarter. Rich, you guys are really working this. I gotta say, I've been watching you do your thing on social media, and you've been doing these little posts where you're talking about one thing, all of a sudden you go, that's why you should support the Kickstarter.
No, man, I'm like, because even I get kind of tired of seeing just post after post of, hey, back my Kickstarter, hey, back my Kickstarter. So I know a lot of people probably tune out on that, so I'm like, let's be slick here. And so I like slide it in, I get them hooked on something I'm talking about, and then like, oh man, you got me, you slipped that in there. It's like a Rickroll.
Oh my God, dude, I love it. I love what you're doing. I was about to tell Leslie might have to go out and come back in.
I was just typing that as well.
Yeah,
he
got
the telepathic message.
Knight might have to do the same thing because I guess he's having problems too.
Oh no.
Yeah, don't worry about it. This feels like the night for problems because I'm having like all sorts of things back here. So if I disappear for a second, just keep talking.
It's that kind of night.
It is
that kind of night.
And you gotta love live. Les, can you hear us now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason I had to exit and come back in.
That's what we were about to tell you. And you might have to do that.
Yeah.
All right.
You've been like me and dropped your tablet.
Exactly.
I mean, you only got one hand.
I dropped the whole computer once. That was an interesting moment.
Oh my God. My soul just left my body a little hearing that.
And it's all because the computer needs to go, and I need to replace it. And I know I need to replace it, but we'll see what happens. So, Rich, why don't you explain to everybody what you're doing, who you are, all that good stuff? Go for it.
Yeah, so my name is Rich Davis. I am the writer-creator of the soon-to-be smash hit award-winning best comic of all time, Reign of Dracula.
Exactly. I like all you're saying. Go.
Yeah, man. Hey, if I don't believe in it, nobody's gonna believe. Well, my mom would believe in it. Yeah. It's like me and Mom. We got this.
Damn right.
That's all you need. All you need is a couple of faithful, and that's it.
Yeah, man. I got you guys. I got Les.
Yeah.
I got Jordan. Yeah, dude. I'm doing all right.
All right, let's see. I think I got this. My computer's doing some crazy stuff back here while I'm trying to get the Kickstarter up.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So if I lose you, there's a reason for it.
Yeah, we just
y'all see a
like an hour
off screen. It's because my girl's over here with this kick-ass peanut butter ice cream, and it can't be opened without me getting a bite of that.
Oh, hey, we're up to 12 backers already. That's awesome.
Oh, snaps. Look
yeah,
at
we
you.
launched like an hour ago, so
$680 already. Whew, yeah. That's pretty good.
Congrats.
I'm okay with that.
That is a good launch.
Love by the end of this show for it to be 1360, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Back the book.
And after that trailer you showed, man, I love that thing. It looks great.
Oh my God, that trailer came out so well.
Yeah, that's all Les, man. He crushed that thing. That's his music too.
Yeah, I wrote the music for it too.
What?
Damn.
Yeah, I would. If I could make my living producing music, I'd probably never draw another line in my life.
He's just making us look bad. He's like,
exactly.
Oh yeah, well I had a stroke. I drew like 5 books after that. I do my own music. Like, damn.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, before that he did a sculpture in my room.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, Jordan's got the Mr. Resculpt that I did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah, that was Dirk's book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Love it.
Which I got a book out right now with Dirk that I drew most of after
Yeah,
my
you
stroke.
do. I'm waiting for it.
You know,
Yep.
you're right, Matt. He just keeps making us look.
Yeah, dude. I look like a damn slacker now. Jeez.
Yeah, bless. I'm definitely waiting on it.
It's okay. I got back at Les, though. I made him draw a horse in Reign of Dracula, and he swore he'd never draw a horse again after doing
Oh, dude, horses are horrible to draw.
In Homestead. Yeah. Homestead's a Western, and there's like these pages in it, and Rich has seen this stuff. I've shown him some pages, and being a Kentucky guy, like horses are like one of the things that the whole state is known for horses. We're like the horse capital of the world. And so it's like a personal thing. It's like, if I have to draw horses, it's like they have to be effing damn perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I had just done a bunch of them throughout Homestead. Then I get on Reign of Dracula and I'm like, there's another damn horse.
He's thinking when he got it, he's like, oh, hell yeah, motorcycles and apocalypse and, angels fighting with swords and demons and fuck, a horse, really?
I was like, damn it. I just finished drawing 4 issues of a comic with horses in it.
You can't escape the horses.
No. Wild
Damn,
horses
people like
pull
horses.
you away.
People like horses. They want to see horses.
Who doesn't?
Even when it's a Western and set in like the future, they still want to see horses. Or
yeah.
Or robot horses.
But I think the pages of Reign of Dracula that have the horse on them are probably it's a 2-page spread that's like probably my favorite spread in the entire book.
It is nice. It's well done. It really captured at this point in the book. If you guys have read Cult and Rise, you'll know Mina Murray, who has become Dracula. She's died, and she's doing her kind of journey through heaven. The book is kind of a Dante's Inferno and Paradiso, and so he really captured this idyllic setting that I had in my mind, and the horse it was like he ripped it right out of my brain.
That's right.
Yep.
Speaking of motorcycles,
there's motorcycles.
That was fun. Yeah. I'll have to fill you guys in on the story behind that cover, that image, and the 5 that accompany it, because it's Lord.
A moment of Les's insanity.
Yeah, I was actually initially I was just going to do covers for Reign of Dracula. That was last summer.
Mm-hmm.
And when Rich contacted me to do these covers, we talked about these ideas for them, and I was like, man, wouldn't it be badass? Okay, wouldn't it be? And from now on, anyone who works with me, if I start a phrase saying, wouldn't it be badass if, just stop me, because I'm about to hate myself. So on that cover up there, I was like, man, wouldn't it be badass if these were all painted? Well, yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be super cool. 6 painted covers. And wouldn't it be extra badass if they all connected? And then,
man, you like connecting, huh?
Yeah.
And then it would be extra badass if
and so
they were giant.
I painted them at 3 feet wide by 4 feet tall. So, and in order, about half to 3/4 of the work, because they're so large, and I had to have them connect. My studio is not big. I mean, that's 18 feet long. My studio is not big enough for that. So I mounted them last summer. Mounted the boards on the side of the barn behind my house, and was literally working on these comic book covers outside on these 3 foot by 4 foot boards mounted together on the side of a barn in 95-degree heat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Everything you say just makes everybody look so much worse. I love it. Just keep going.
He draws faster than I can write. I mean, and I'm not joking there.
Damn.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm like, Les, bro, slow down, man. I don't have the story for you yet.
I think I finished Pencils and Inks to Reign of Dracula. It was 24 pages. Finished it in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah. Every other artist I've worked with will now fail to live up to your standards because I'm lucky from some of my artists if I get a page every 2-3 days sometimes. So
yeah. Once I get going,
and this is after your stroke.
Yeah.
So I want to see what it was before the stroke.
I think
he
he's
was
an
lazy
android.
before the stroke.
He's an android. That's what it is.
Exactly. He's an android.
I actually think I got faster after the stroke because I was just so determined. I was just so damn determined to prove to myself that I still had it.
Aw.
That makes sense.
Determined to prove that that the stroke wasn't going to take me out of the game.
Yep. It's that mindset, man. It's that killer mindset.
He's like, wouldn't it be badass if I got even faster at drawing?
Exactly.
Actually, I
will call drive.
I have to say, like, the work that I've done since the stroke, I've sat and looked at work I've done since I had my stroke compared to stuff that I did before it, and it's better.
Wow.
It's literally better. I actually think that the damage from the stroke did something to my inhibitions, and it unlocked something. So now there's things that I'll do on a page that before, for some reason, I guess I just never would do. Yeah, it's really strange.
Sometimes when you lose something, you gain something else. So it's the same thing as old Hollywood. When they would make the horror movies, they couldn't do certain things, so they would have to get really creative in how they did what they did.
Yep.
And that's what made those movies so great, is they had to get so creative.
Yep.
Well, there's a lot of interesting actually academic work out there in psychology about how constraints actually breed creativity. Like if you have no boundaries, if you have no boundaries, you have no rules. And if you don't have rules, you don't know how to play the game.
Right.
As soon as you've got boundaries, you've got rules, and then you can improvise and play with things inside those rules, and all of a sudden you come up with things.
Yep. That was Picasso's belief. Before you can break the rules, you have to learn the rules.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And that's how it is, and that's why they tell you, especially like I know this, Rich, with writing. They want you to write a certain way.
Yep.
You need to learn how to write that way so that you don't have to write that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. You got to learn, got to learn it. And, I used to get so frustrated in my creative writing classes and, college and everything because, the professors, they would insist that you try to do these certain styles, and it just used to frustrate me.
Yep.
But now I look back on it and I'm like, oh, that's what I was supposed to learn.
Exactly.
And it's just it's just that structure. It's that the way you tell a story. You have to learn how to build that framework before you can go in and, add the wallpaper and the fixtures and all that.
It's that wax on, wax off moment.
Yeah, I should have learned. I watched Karate Kid like a billion times when I was a kid. I should have known that,
Because that's how it is. A lot of people. It's so funny, and I know a lot of people get upset because the people do that all the time. But sometimes just telling you something doesn't mean you're going to learn it.
Right. Hey, we got another backer.
All right.
Nice.
Sweet.
It's already worth it
Ding,
to
ding,
have come
ding,
on
ding.
this show.
All right, so I'm going to start showing all this other beautiful stuff that we saw while we were talking to Les there.
Yeah.
Like this.
Oh my God! Look at these beautiful covers.
Oh,
This is
that's
from
Bella Racklin, man.
That's really cool.
I just met her. I love her use of color. She's worked.
Her art's fantastic. Yeah,
isn't it? She's worked with Jerry Carita, who's producing this book, and Jerry really wanted to use her, and I'm so glad he did. I love her art. It's unique. I love these covers because each one of them is a different style.
Oh, totally, man. Yeah,
and
that's what I saw when I was going down.
Yeah, it's so you got a little something from everybody, and we've got one more that's still coming from Spike Jarrell. That's it's going to be more of your classic comic book style cover. He's getting his. We asked him to do this pretty late, so he hasn't gotten his full art in yet. So there will be one more cover to show.
All right, let's see what we got here. Well, what's next? Yeah, but
I've
I've
got some
met Bella a
special
couple of
stuff
times.
cooking up on the
She
side
does
for this, just
amazing
to
art.
show Rich eventually.
Oh, look at this thing. Oh,
I love this is Brian Silverbacks.
Ooh.
He was just nominated for a Ringo Award. Brian's one of those. He's an artist, man, that I think he needs to be working. And a lot of these artists that I'm working with here, I'm hoping that they can kind of piggyback off the success of Cult and Rise of Dracula, and then with Rain, and maybe they'll start getting some more work. But Brian, he started doing this kind of watercolor style lately. And I think this is going to be his trademark. It's like it's a peach momoko. It's his style. You can look at
it reminds me of David Mack.
Yeah, there's a lot of David Mack. Yeah, and it's just like you see this and you're going to know that's a Brian Silverback.
That's all primary colors too, just mixed together. That's amazing.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah,
so creative, man. I love Brian, man. He's such a good dude. That one's that's Jonathan McDaniel. He's another Tennessee boy out of Memphis. He's done covers for me for Cult and Rise. Actually, did retailer exclusive. So I was really happy to be able to work with him. This character here is Lily. I can't say a whole lot about her because she's not been introduced yet. I will say she makes her first appearance in Prometheus in Chains #6. So yeah, this is she plays a big role in Reign of Dracula, and really plays a big role in my shared Dracula universe. Everything kind of hinges around Dracula, and Lily is a big part of that. She's obviously a good guy. I mean, she's sitting there carrying two people's heads in her hand, so we know we're going to root for her. Or I will, because I root for the bad guys. But
I gotta say, he really captured her eyes. I feel like she's looking at us.
I know, yeah, and
she's looking through us, not even
exactly.
at us. Like she's seeing something that we don't see, and it's very unsettling.
Yeah, it's just I love it. I've got the original art for this hanging up in my office.
You should.
Yeah, and it follows you. I mean, the eyes, they follow you. It's like it's kind of creepy sometimes.
It does, man. He really captured those eyes. Wow.
Yep. And I got to give a shout out to the model there. That's my friend Lily Nicole from Wilmington, North Carolina. She is an amazing woman. She's a community activist and does a lot of really great things for the underprivileged and those in need. And she's also a model. And so she was kind enough to let us use her image as the inspiration for this. And
nice.
Go find her on Instagram, Lily Nicole, and you'll see he just captured everything about her. So it's a beautiful cover.
It is, definitely. Oh, look at this.
I love this one.
Oh, that's cool.
So simple yet so complicated.
Yep, yeah, that's Sean Cross, one of my favorite artists.
That's striking to me.
It is. And this is the only cover we're using that the art was not specifically created for the comic. I've wanted to work with Sean for a long time. I love his art. I met him at New York Comic Con in 2021. He does these covers. He's basically working through his mental health issues through his art, and they're stunning. Please go check it out. And so Sean was kind enough to let us license this artwork for the cover of Reign of Dracula for this exclusive. Because when I saw it, I was like, my God, you didn't intend to, but you totally captured the soul of this book. It says everything. So, beautiful, beautiful cover. Sean's an amazingly talented artist. And I'm glad you said complex, because he is a very complex person.
Yeah, because a lot of people would look at this and go, oh, it's such a simple piece, but it's not. It's not simple at all.
It's like
there's so much meaning behind it.
Exactly.
Yep. And that's Sean's art, man. I mean, you can sit there and you can stare at it for hours and find new things in it. He's a beautiful artist.
That's completely definite. Man, you really picked out some interesting people to work for your covers. Well, you always do, but
I always try.
You hit that out of the park again.
Thanks.
It's neat because I'm seeing this stuff for the first time too.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen all these covers yet.
I haven't seen any of it.
This one is Tyler J. Haddix. He's done some stuff on TMNT, The Last Ronin. Love the artwork here. I told him I wanted something kind of Dolly inspired, and I kind of wanted to play off of his ballerina in the skull. And at first, Tyler was like, fuck, really? That's boring. Everybody does that. And I was like, well, then it's up to you to make it interesting. And he was like, oh, challenge accepted. The more you look at this art, you see a lot more in it. I mean, the first thing you're going to see is it looks kind of like a mushroom cloud, atomic bomb detonation. You look at the bodies and you see that they make a skull, and the movement in it, you can really see the mushroom cloud swirling and growing. And then, of course, we have the Ordo Dracula, a play on the Ouroboros up above it. The Ouroboros is the inspiration for the Cult of Dracula symbol.
Yeah.
So he worked a lot of really cool stuff into this, and it's just stunning.
Also, I don't know if anybody's played Castlevania, but there's a boss called Legion, and it's just like a ball of corpses. So that just gives me Castlevania vibes.
I love Castlevania.
Me too.
I can see some inspiration from Castlevania in your Reign of Dracula.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and
because I always tell people when you can tell when somebody's a gamer.
Oh hell yeah!
Bunch of nerds.
This cover
is breathtaking.
It is. It got me put into Facebook jail for the first time in my life.
Nice.
And I love that, man. It's like a badge of honor. This artwork pissed somebody off so much that they reported it and got me restricted. But this is Rob Reziano. He's another artist, man. I think he needs to get more work. He did a cover for Rise of Dracula. He did a really awesome cover for Vampirella for Dynamite. And he just really captured, Lucy. She's taking her journey through hell in this, and he just absolutely captured it. And I love it. Rob Reziano, brilliant artist, man. Get him some more work. Oh yeah, hey, you got that's Rob's cover for Rise there, Jordan. Yeah. Yep.
I knew I had it. I was looking for it.
Yep.
It's funny
about all, dude. You got like
all the things sitting there.
Oh yeah, Jordan will keep pulling stuff out if we let him.
Yep.
No, here.
It's funny that you said you got in trouble for this because I just don't. I've seen way worse on Facebook.
See, me too, man. I think what probably got him is I think the word sinner across her chest probably pissed some
somebody
overly person pissed them off, and they reported it because I don't care.
Right there is what got it. I guarantee you down at the bottom there
what's
she
that?
has the hook that's actually in her combined.
You know what,
the hook's an actual penetration over the body that'll get you booted.
That was probably it.
I think the only reason we never got booted over the first Prometheus in Chains, the one that they used for Prometheus in Chains #1, is that it's actually kind of subtle if you're scrolling on screen, but that one's not. That one just slaps you in the face.
Yeah, it gets you right there. And that's the one for Prometheus. And that was not going to be the original cover for Prometheus #1. And then I had this. I went to New York, and I saw Moulin Rouge on Broadway, and there's this scene where Satine drops from the sky, and she's on this sparkling diamond like swing. And that night, like right after the show, I was messaging Les, and I'm like, we got to do something. We got to do this.
And there was a piece of artwork that he commissioned from me that was just a gift for a friend of his. Of her as Satine that he asked me to do. So I think this was like a big thing for dude right around that time.
Yeah.
I wish I had that handy. I'd show it to you guys on here.
Yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful. And both, Rob's cover and Les's cover, they kind of show my fascination with Hellraiser. That movie's one of my all-time favorite horror films.
I'll have to introduce you to Doug sometime, dude.
What's that?
I'll have to introduce you to Doug.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, love to meet him. Hell yeah.
I worked with Doug for the better part of 13 years.
Nice, hell yeah.
Yeah,
dropping this stuff on me right here, man.
Yeah, Doug Bradley was a partner in a small animation studio in Brighton, UK, and even though I'm not British, I did frequent contract work for them as a technical director, building the rigs and building models and things for them to use in animation.
Yep. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Les does 3D sculpting, animation, and he
Les, I think you need to leave some stuff for the rest.
Right?
Like, I just see a thing I like. I go figure out how to do it. It's just it's my thing.
That's how we all should be.
Yeah.
You're just making the rest of us look bad.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, beautiful.
That's some interior work.
That was fun. Love doing that bike.
I love this one. There's so much movement in it, and in the script it says to make it look like the bike is about to drive off the page. Oh, there you go. It looks like it's about to drive off the page.
That's
nothing like a deep rack focus to do that with.
Yep. I love this page too. I love this opening sequence. I mean, it's so Mad Max, man. It just
definitely.
I love it. And for people who have followed Cult and Rise, it's nice to see Jonathan, how his arc has brought him to this point where he's just a complete badass. Because when you first meet him in Cult of Dracula, he's just kind of this boring milquetoast everyman. He really doesn't have anything. I only put him in the book because Jonathan Harker has to be in Dracula. But as the story progressed through, really in Rise, when I found out that I was going to build a relationship between Jonathan and Arthur, a romantic relationship, and it's kind of this love triangle with Lucy. That's when the character really started to develop for me. And so he's really, really grown. He and Arthur have both grown. By the time we get to Reign of Dracula, they're leading the human resistance against Dracula. And they've gathered up what's left of humanity, the people that are willing to fight. And I just love I love who Jonathan has become and who he's going to be in Reign of Dracula.
Yeah, I just enjoyed that the character here gives me a chance to channel my inner Ghost Rider love.
Yep. Hell yeah.
I was about to say, I actually was about to say, because I'm a big Ghost Rider fan, and my Ghost Rider is, of course, Johnny Blaze.
Yep.
And, oh my God, I can just see you doing that.
Yep. Johnny Blaze and Dan Ketch. I like both of them.
Yep.
Dan,
I like Robbie Reyes too.
I
like that Charger.
The Charger is actually a cool idea.
I really like that Charger.
When you come up on the motorcycles, man, you just got to have the bikes.
Yep.
Love the bikes. Although
actually, the original Ghost Rider, and he had a horse.
I was about to say, as much as I got sick of drawing horses on Homestead, I would absolutely, if anybody from Marvel's listening to this, y'all ever want to go back and do an Old West Ghost Rider, I'm your man.
Hell yeah.
I will eat that alive.
I can see you doing that, man. I can see you killing that.
Oh, I would have to sit and meditate deep to channel my inner Tim Truman and Bernie Wrightson.
You did that on Prometheus already.
Oh, dude, I did it on Homestead too. Specifically on Homestead, when Dirk was talking about doing the book, he was like, dude, he's like, I see Bernie in your work, and he's like, I want you to hit that as hard as you can.
Yep.
And
we people might not know, but we brought Les in to do some inks in issue 6 of Prometheus in Chains,
which just got finished.
Yeah, our deadline got changed a little bit, so we had to bring him in for an assist. And you can really see the Bernie Wrightson influences in those inks. It's really cool. And then, of course, in Reign of Dracula, the scene of Lucy in Hell with Charon, that's definitely Bernie Wrightson right there, man. You crushed that.
Bernie is probably wasn't. I mean, I've always loved Bernie, but he wasn't always my number one influence. But as I've gotten older and matured, like in my 20s when I was drawing, my biggest influences were probably I would say McFarlane and Jim Lee and some of the guys from who got hot in my late teens, the early 90 guys and the whole image explosion. And then as I got older, I found myself drawn back to the stuff from when I was a little kid, which, you know, most of the stuff that I was into from back then was Neil Adams and Bernie Wrightson and,
Yeah.
you know, Tim Truman and a lot of stuff like that. And,
Yeah, you're giving me flashbacks here.
oh man. And I
Good flashbacks.
I just bought a collection of comics the other day that's all these old horror comics from the 60s or something. They're like a bunch of pre-code stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
And it's like I just love that stuff. I mean, the artwork, sometimes the artwork is rough, but and I got a big collection of Vampirella. Like that's one of my go-tos, Esteban Maroto. I you know, that's a name that name has rang in my head since I was probably 11 or 12 years old. Esteban Maroto. His work on Vampirella is untouchable.
There have been some great artists that have worked on Vampirella over the years. You know, that's an underrated character in today's standard.
The character is just so damn cheesy.
Yeah, she can't be. That's for sure.
To have like I would put that character up against just about any other character and say, okay, show me a character who has had consistently more high caliber art on it than that one.
Seriously,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you probably can't find one because they pull out. I mean, it seems like every artist wants to draw Vampirella at least once in their career, and I think pretty much every major artist has.
I think the three big ones are she, Vampirella, and Lady Death. Those are the ones that tend to get all this art done with them.
Yep. Well, it's an underrated character. I dig that book. That's a fun book.
Yeah. Billy is a super cool dude.
Oh, Billy Tucci, amazing.
I love Billy. Billy's awesome. Billy was irritated. Well, for those who don't know, I have a book that came out in 2020 called Apocalypse Girl, and the first show that I ever did, I had a little 10-page preview of Apocalypse Girl, and I was set up at a show in it was called Tricon in West Virginia, Huntington, West Virginia. And I ended up having a really long line, and across diagonal was Billy at his table, and he didn't have hardly anybody there. So he gets up and comes walking over, just walks in behind the table with me. He's like, hey, motherfucker, what's going on over here?
That's it.
What is this shit? And he starts looking around, and we ended up talking, and super cool dude. I've done some video work for him on some charity. He does a lot of charity stuff. Girl. Oh yeah, my baby.
Like I said, if you give Jordan something, he'll go pick it.
Yeah, dude, he's got like this, like a what is it? A TARDIS where he just pulls out different comic books.
I mean, that book right there. On Apocalypse Girl, I am the writer, penciler, inker, letterer, colorist, cover painter.
Ooh, damn.
This is.
I think he's trying to fight you for Sorcier now.
Right?
No, there's nothing to fight here. No, I've lost, dude. I'm not even gonna try.
No, this is Rich's fault.
All my fault. I just wrote those books. I forced you to buy them.
Oh man,
you sent them.
I did. I got like a little Jordan Hager doll, and I kept putting money in his pocket, and it worked.
No, Rich, you sent them to me. These are the ones in that big box.
Oh, right on. Yeah. Okay. I remember that. Yeah.
Jordan's probably got the largest collection of comics from Source Point of anybody I've seen.
No doubt.
Of course.
I'm dying to get Jordan to New York so you can see Source Point at New York.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at the beautiful thing.
That's
like one of 10, right?
Yep. Well, I don't know. Were all 10 made, or was it just the people that backed it?
There were 10 made.
Okay.
I have one, and Dirk has one, and then the backers got the other 8.
Yep. I was the first one to grab that because I was the first backer.
Yep. And the one that I have is the only one that went unpainted.
That's right.
Oh, that's right. One of them was supposed to be unpainted. I remember that.
Yeah. I kept the prototype. It's unpainted, and the flames were ran in a clear frosted resin instead of the red.
Nice.
Yeah, you still have that video of you making it.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
those were all produced in my shop here.
Nice.
The back room of my studio has 6 high-res 3D resin printers in it
Hell yeah.
for doing stuff like that. Sometimes I end up doing like prototypes for. I've done prototypes for some toys and things like that, and collectibles, and
Nice.
yeah.
You're a jack of all
You were
trades.
slacking, man, on Reign of Dracula. You got your number 2.
Oh no. You only think I am because you haven't seen what I've got cooking.
How'd you get number 2, man? I thought you were shooting for number 1.
Listen, someone must have hit that. I think someone hit the like submit pledge button right before, like 2 seconds before I did. Because when I was going through everything, it was still at 0.
Yeah.
Now
I'll hit Jerry up and find out who that first backer was.
But until someone beats me,
Oh, it's too bright.
yeah,
Fancy.
$160.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Did you get like the whole tier with like everything?
Nope.
No.
The 11 by 17.
Oh heck yeah! Oh hell yeah! That's a great one, man. These tiers on the Reign of Dracula Kickstarter, which we're up to $700, and we've been live for an hour and a half or so, and which is really awesome. Thank you everybody who's backing it. If you haven't backed it, what are you waiting for? But yeah, Jerry and we worked really hard to put together tiers that offered a little something for everybody. And I wanted the tiers to be accessible and affordable. So, we
both things are important.
Yeah, exactly. Because I know there are a lot of times that I've wanted to back a Kickstarter in the past, and I just, especially, owning the store, I've wanted to back them at the retailer level. And I just couldn't justify it from a retailer's perspective. And so there's a lot, and I've had times where I couldn't justify it from a collector's perspective. So we wanted to make this accessible. We wanted to give people a lot of stuff, a lot of bang for their buck. Breaking news right here. We just got approval from Red 5 Comics to add, if you back the Reign of Dracula Kickstarter in the first 48 hours, then at any level, any tier, the smallest tier, biggest tier, whatever, you will get digital copies of all 6 issues of Prometheus and Chains.
Nice.
So that's just an add-on that we want to say to thank you for backing us early. And again, those are only available in the first 48 hours. We also have a big discount that's running in the first 48 hours. What we're trying to do here, obviously, is we're trying to get to be one of those Kickstarter projects we love. So we need that big jump of people. And if you're a retailer out there listening, the first 48 hours, that's the time to back, because we've got a retailer tier where you get 50% off MSRP on your order. That way, it's the Keystone, same discount you're getting if you order it through Diamond, except Diamond doesn't steal my money. So if you get that 50% standard discount as a retailer, but in the first 48 hours, I think there's another 15% off. So go back this if you have a comic book store and just print your money. You can definitely make profit on this book.
Your books sell out all the time.
They do. Well, I haven't had a single book that didn't sell out its entire print run, and that includes all issue 3 of Prometheus and Chains just hit shelves. But yeah, it sold out as well. So I don't know why people keep buying my stuff, but please don't stop.
Hey man, you and Grant take care of me.
Yeah, Grant's a good dude, man. He really is. Really good dude.
Something I haven't heard Rich mention yet is that the version of Reign of Dracula hitting the Kickstarter is special just for Kickstarter.
It is.
That ink wash, those ink wash samples that we were showing you, that's only for Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rich.
We're gonna do the books will release in comic book stores next year. And there's 6 issues. They're going to be full color with brand new cover art and all that. So what makes this Kickstarter special is we're going to, only through Kickstarter, we're going to offer jumbo-sized double issues. So when you back us on Kickstarter, you're not just getting a 24-page comic, you're getting a 48-page comic, double issue. We're going to do one for 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and they will all be black and white ink wash inside. And those black and whites will never be reproduced in any other format. I don't even think we're going to release them digital. I think it's just going to be limited to the Kickstarters. And it adds just a really unique perspective on it. I love black and white horror, so I'm really, really stoked that Jerry at Thorny Comics is allowing me to do that. And Les, just God, your ink washes are amazing, dude. But yeah, and for retailers out there, this is something really cool, that unique, that you can offer your customers if you back it at the retailer tier. Because you can give them something they can't get anywhere else. It's unique, it's limited, and us comic book collectors like Jordan over there, we love the unique. Love that stuff.
Oh, definitely. That's what we're always looking for, is that unique.
I mean, to be fair.
Yep.
Oh, look at him.
Heck yeah, that's Chris Campana's cover for Rise of Dracula. That was the New York Comic Con exclusive that year.
The blood bag.
Yep, blood. Oh, you got the blood. Yeah, it is the blood bag, isn't it? That was an insane idea that Garrett Gunn had to do those blood bags, man.
Oh my God.
So messy, Mick.
Oh, I know.
Right? But
So-
yeah, man.
So, folks, we have a lot of great stuff on today, and of course, I'm just gonna play this because this needs no introduction, and we'll talk to Knights about this right after.
You saw that fire trailer just now? Well, what if I told you you could own a piece of that anime? If you head on over to Wefunder.com, you can invest and claim a part of it for yourself, thus making this more than just your regular anime. This is fan-owned, people. Check it out.
That was
Dude,
badass.
damn.
I am creating an account on Wefunder right now.
Excellent.
I was going to ask, what is that and where can I get it? And then you told
Exactly.
me. Yep.
All right. Tell them who you are, what you do. Tell them all the good stuff. Come on, we want to know, because we just saw this, and dude, when I first saw it on Instagram, and I reached out to you almost automatically as soon as I saw it, I was like, damn. Go ahead, talk.
I guess to start, I appreciate you having me on the show. What's going on, everyone? My name is Quentin Dorsey. I'm the writer and creator of Night of Abyss. So what you saw was my proof of concept anime trailer for my I'm calling it like a graphic novel / manga series, because I don't know if it really fits the like traditional definition for either one. So it's kind of like a mixture of the two. But yeah, so Night of Abyss. It's a story that follows 3 main characters, Knight, Neo, and Ruby. They find themselves caught in an ancient conflict between 2 warring empires who are looking to bring about an ancient prophecy known as the Night of Abyss. I started writing this story in my college years. So it took like 10 years to finish writing the story, like undergrad and graduate years in college. I was just writing it. And I finished it in 2019. And my dad, he would always joke with me. He would always be like, "All right, you've been writing this never-ending story. What are you gonna do, Quentin? What are you gonna do with it?" And I'm like, "All right, you're right. I'm done." So I was like, "Okay." So I just linked up with a bunch of different artists, and we just started releasing like character designs, and it just started picking up traction online. and I did my first Kickstarter in May of 2021. I raised a good amount of money on that one, and then after that, just hit the ground running. Volume 2 came out last year, and Volume 3 will be out next month or December. But yeah, so with the Wefunder, so the goal is with the Wefunder is just to raise enough money to where when I do ink a deal with a studio, I'll be able to maintain creative control in my rights. Because I mean, a lot, as y'all probably already know, a lot of studios, you know, they're just gonna buy your stuff, take all your rights, you lose all creative control. Like that's kind of how the game goes. So I'm really just following the blueprint of I seen a couple of my peers do, and I don't know. For me, it was like, all right, I could just go ahead and sign a deal and sell out like everybody else does. I'm not knocking it. I mean, I get it. But at the same time, it's like, I just was like, you know what? Let me just try. You know, let me go all out and let me try to see if I can, you know, maintain some ownership. And also, it just allows regular people to be a part of something, you know, before it gets to like its zenith, right? And benefit off it financially. So, you know, just following the blueprint of some other folks who've I guess changed the narrative. And then also I think, you know, Wefunder and a lot of these equity crowdfunding platforms, it sort of allows people to circumvent and navigate, you know, those obstacles. Because I mean, a lot of us, you know, we're just creators, we're not rich, we don't have access to all this capital, and that's usually the barrier to everything. There's just probably thousands of, you know, creators who have great ideas, but they just don't have the money to kind of like get it out there. So you know, I think these platforms are definitely revolutionary in that sense. Yeah.
I was going to ask you about that because I had not heard about this platform until you know I saw it with you, and I was like, okay, what's this?
Yeah, I mean, there's Black Sands Entertainment. I don't know if you're familiar.
Oh, I
with
know
them.
Black Sands, yeah.
Yeah, so I invested in theirs back in 2019. And that was the first time I got introduced into it, and that was before I even that was like right when I was just about to start getting like the actual book created. And I was like, dang, what is this? So I'm looking, I'm like, oh, this is fire. So I invested in it, and they're out of here. They're about to they inked a deal with the guy who did Hair Love, and they're over at Studio Mir getting their anime done. Studio Mir, the studio that did Avatar: Last Airbender, a slew of other stuff. So they're out of here. There's another there isn't many like indie comic creators who have tried it. There's another guy. It's something like Wu Shang. I can't remember the name, but it's like a ancient martial arts sort of like universe that they're creating.
Is it Yushu Shin?
Yeah, yeah.
Henri Compton, is that right?
I think so. I'll look. Yeah. As far as I know, it's only Black Sands, that one, and that's as far as like the indie comic creator. That's the only people I know. And then I guess I'm the third one or whatever. So, but both of them were super successful. I think Black Sands, they did, I don't know, damn near like 3 million out of all their campaigns, and then the other folks, I think they did like 300,000. So you know, but yeah, no, definitely. I mean, because there's creators here, so I would say, yeah, you should try it too. I mean, why
not? Dude, I feel like you're selling yourself short a little bit because damn, like I remember when I saw you at I think it was Garden State Comic Fest.
Yeah, Jersey, yeah.
Yeah, and I was walking by, and you just your books just caught my attention. Your art just caught my attention. You've really like gone all out on your books. You know, Rich does a great job with his covers and stuff like that. But you've picked groups you've picked your artists to make this book really stand out.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I think just for me, since it took so long to write the story, you know, I always wanted to just make sure that, you know, when I presented it, it was like the highest quality. Because when it comes to like getting an anime done, you know, I wanted it to be the highest quality. So I wanted to transition from, you know, the pictures to the actual anime to be like an easy transition. And when I was working with the studio, also, so the studio that put this together, they're called Kerberos. They're a Colombian independent animation studio. That this is actually their first premiere project as a new conglomerate.
Wow.
What?
That animation is badass.
I would have
Man.
never known that was like their
Like-
first thing.
Like
Yeah.
that
Well,
needs
they-
to be on Netflix.
They
Yeah.
work. The actual people. They work. My boy Daniel, William, Juliana. Those are like the main heads. They've worked on Into the Spider-Verse. They worked on Tekken. They worked on they worked on a lot of stuff. But this was like their first like they created their independent studio, and this is like their first like project saying, all right guys, we're independent studio, you know, kind of like planting their flag. So it was it was kind of cool that, you know, this is like, because this is my first time actually seeing my characters in like anime form, so it was like cool. It was kind of like, you know, kind of cool. Step it out there.
Dude, I'm looking at this. I thought this was like, I didn't know how you had this made, man, because this is, you know, like a lot of the stuff we usually see, it does not look like this.
Well, it's like what the gentleman was saying earlier, you know, about learning the rules of the game, and then after you learn the rules of the game, you start, you know, figuring out innovative ways to, you know, break the rules, right? So, know, what I think what's going on right now with like just getting noticed, it's like even the algorithms on social media are all video based. So before you could go viral off posting a picture, that was the thing. Like a couple years ago,
used to be.
I built my whole following just off regular pictures back in the day. Like I'm saying back in the day, I'm talking like 2020, right? So,
Right.
yeah, but it's like
we're just talking about a year ago.
Yeah, it's like everything is just, you know, they kind of slapped us in the face and they're like, yeah, guys, you got to be a comedian, you know, making silly videos all day long, you know. So
all the time.
Like, yeah, it's like I can't do that, man. I'm 34. You know, so it's like, all right, let me see what the logical next steps is, and you know,
He's so young.
Right? I love how he says 34 like that's old. Like, damn, all right.
Hey, I take naps, man. I'm
You're a smart young man.
I'm in the bed, man. I'm not up, man.
That animation was killer.
Was this the book you were talking
really
about?
Excellent stuff.
Yeah. So that's a preview page from Volume 3. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Your transition from the book to the anime is almost seamless. It almost looks like it's the same art used in both locations.
Yeah, well, I think that was the goal. It was like, because I mean, you know, with adapting into an anime, like I learned that the artists or the animators, they're going to adapt exactly kind of what they see. So it's like, you know, it kind of has to match, it kind of has to track. So, you know, I think just making that decision to like the right type of artist, it paid off in the long run, because now the transition is just so easy. And this was kind of like a good test run for me.
Dude,
what's your Instagram, dude? I want to follow you.
I'm K_O_Abyss, ABYSS.
Got it.
And you know, the studio actually got this done pretty fast too. It was only like we started.
I have to say though, because I just talked to you recently, and you didn't even mention this.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking about it, and I was writing a script actually. When we talked last time, I was thinking about that. I was like, you know, last time we did this interview, I was like actually writing a script for this.
Yeah.
Interview. I didn't mention it though. Yeah. But yes, it only took like 3 months, like probably 3 months back. Yep.
That is a little bit of time. That is a little bit of time.
Yeah, I'm saying these guys are official, man. If you're looking to get a trailer done, I would go out to them because they're top notch. They're tagged. They're tagged in it, so you definitely follow them. Check them out.
Hey, y'all, I've got to cut out, but it's been cool. It's nice meeting you, dude. That's some excellent work on that. That animation is just freaking gorgeous. I'm blown away with that.
Thank you.
So, but it is
a pleasure.
It is Halloween, and I have
time to get tricky.
There's a haunted house here in Paducah, Kentucky, that is inside what used to be a slaughterhouse.
A slaughterhouse.
And so we're about to head out to that. And,
do your thing, bro. It was good having you on. You got to come back on the show. You know, I see you're a geek like the rest of us. You can come and geek out anytime you want.
Hey, dude, professional geek for 30 years now, man.
That's the way it is.
Yeah, been doing it a long time.
Take it easy, Les.
Later, you guys. Anybody watching, you can plug my name into pretty much any of the socials and catch up with me. And if you haven't gone and backed Reign of Dracula yet, what are you waiting for? Get over there and hit
Exactly.
And then invest in Night of the Abyss because it's badass.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Everybody have a good Halloween. I'll catch you later.
Les. Get scary.
It's nice meeting you.
You too. Bye.
Oh my God.
Okay, now that he's gone, let's talk about him.
So, like, is he naturally bald or does he normally shave it off?
I knew Nat was going to jump in and say something. Oh my God, Nat. That's the first thing you're going to say too, isn't it?
Yep.
I mean, do we want to talk about Ralph actually being bald but wearing a toupee?
If I was wearing a toupee, man, I gotta sue the people because this toupee sucks.
Now all I'm thinking about is Goodfellas.
Listen, Ralph buys his toupees from Family Dollar. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Right, because it's all toupee or not toupee.
I see what you did there.
Nate, being too kind. He gets them from Goodwill.
Oh yeah, exactly. you gotta help the environment, man.
Or Craigslist. Sometimes
Craigslist. Oh
my God.
Nah. People who buy Craigslist are desperate most of the time. I'm not gonna attack.
Well, yeah, it's Ralph. This is Ralph we're talking about.
Oh, we're really gunning for him today.
Man.
I feel like I'm being missed right now. I'm taking it as love.
Gotta get those bingo points.
All right, so dude, this is just amazing stuff. Like I said at Garden State Comic Fest, you caught my attention. I had to come back and talk to you. We did the interview, and I've been following you ever since to see what you do next. And you're just amazing.
Nah, thank you. Yeah, are you going to Anime NYC? I'll be there.
Yeah. Oh, cool. You're gonna be at Anime NYC?
Yeah,
all right, we'll be there.
Yeah. Okay.
So Ralph only has one day, but if you want to sneak him in for 2 of the other days, perhaps to aid your booth while you walk around the floor for a bit.
I mean, I think I do have an extra pass. So I mean, yeah, I think I get like 2 or 3 passes. So yeah. I mean,
well, let me know because this year Anime NYC decided that they were going to change things around and do other things, and for the first time in since its inception, we didn't get press passes.
Oh wow, really?
Exactly. See, Matta said it. Boo.
Boo. Seriously.
I have a collection of every press pass we got. Most of them came from Anime NYC.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And this year they decided, hey, we're going to change things around.
You should apply for media access at Dragon Con. I can introduce you to some people and help you out.
There you go, Ralph. Dragon Con.
I've been trying to get into Dragon Con for a while, so I think I will do that.
Yeah, hit me up, dude. I used to work for media relations at Dragon Con, actually. I was way back in the day. I was the guy that I met. I worked media relations in Artist Alley. So if any of the reporters wanted to talk to a comic creator, they had to go through me. So yeah, I can hook you up with Sam and Dan down there and get you.
That explains why you do your job so well.
I learned.
Man, you are amazing at promoting.
I do my best, man. I mean, I gotta promote because my stuff doesn't measure up to that Night of the Abyss, man. I gotta shit,
I don't know. You just need to get Jordan to spend like twice as much as he currently did, and you're pretty much good.
Yeah, Jordan, you're slacking, man.
Get on it.
2 books, man. I'm still waiting.
You hear that? Only 2 books. You know he wants 4.
Oh, no, Rich knows what's up.
Yeah, that's an inside joke. We've been dealing with an issue for a while. I'm trying my best to fix it for him, but I got you, man. I got you.
Ever since Dragon Con.
I know. Damn, it was Dragon Con.
those Hellfire medals, bro.
It all goes back to Dragon Con.
Everything goes back to Dragon Con.
Listen,
I
Rich,
love Dragon Con.
I still have that note that you put in that box about getting me that graded medal, bro.
Yeah, good. I'm waiting on. I got you on that. It was submitted through another company, not me. So
that is what sits in the display stand instead of the book.
The notes.
And
Dude,
this
that's
is
awesome.
where my graded metal book would be if I ever had one.
Aw.
Well, you know, Matt, you're not no better. You took his book and sent it to all the source point people so they can sign it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did. Also, Knight, is this the book you were talking about?
Oh yeah. That's the motion comic I put together with hold up. Is that Black Sands? What is that?
No,
No,
it's
that's
the other one.
Yisun Shi.
Yeah.
Put it closer. Let me see it again. I can't.
Yisun Shin?
Nah, I don't think that's it. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's it.
That's a good book, by the way. If you get a chance
That's
to
a
check
good
it
book,
out.
yeah.
Henri Compton did that one. It's really cool. I enjoy it.
Great guy.
Yeah.
Henri does great, fabulous stuff. Talking about another good promoter.
Hell yes. That dude.
Dude, he is amazing to watch. Dude, you should have seen him at New York Comic Con. He left there with nothing. Meaning that all his stock was gone.
That's why he has
The
his
dream
own,
right there.
That's why he has his own show on EXP.
Yeah.
He's also
Dude,
the first person to actually remember who I am and my name.
Wow.
Aw.
Yeah, because it's always
guy,
Matt
too,
the intern.
man. I really do like him. Henri is just a fantastic guy, man.
Yeah, he is.
He really is.
We had him on recently. He was talking about
Warlion.
Warlock.
Yeah, there you go. Warlion,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That thing sold out. Dude, the covers were even more beautiful in person.
Wow.
That's always a good thing. Because I've seen some things that look good on video, and then you go see it in person, and you're like, okay.
Oh no.
You know what? If you like comics and you want to go to a good comic shop, go down to Knoxville.
I second that emotion.
There's your self-promo again.
Right?
See, I see Jordan's been taking lessons from you, Rich.
He has, man. I'm proud of you, dude.
So on my way to Nashville, and I want to take a detour over into Knoxville. What should I do there?
You should definitely go watch a Tennessee football game.
Mm.
Because we're awesome. And then come and visit us at Nirvana Comics.
Yeah.
You guys are open after football games?
Sometimes, depending if it's a day game or not.
I will hold you to that.
But if it's like an 11 o'clock game, yeah, we're going to be open at 4 in the afternoon on a Saturday.
Yeah, they just did they just had their trunk or treat yesterday.
Yeah, it was fun. That was really, really fun.
I love hearing a lot about trunk or treat.
I love that community stuff they're able to do. It's just fun, man. Good shop. Grant and Jasmine are doing a great job over there. So really good people.
Speaking of which, have you gotten Nine of the Abyss into comic stores yet? Or are you attempting to do that?
Not at the moment. I mean, to be competitive in the comic shops, I feel like you have to drop your prices a little too low. So, I mean, just for me, I'm like, I'll do all right. I do pretty good at conventions and like online. So, I mean, I'm just kind of content right now. I think further, honestly, I'm thinking converting to webtoons. So, in the future, because webtoons the reach is there and people just want free shit.
Yep. That is literally where people go to get free shit is webtoons.
Exactly.
Yeah, people just want free shit. So, I mean, God willing, I'm in talks with a couple studios. So if I can lock a deal in by the time the end of this year is up and, get situated there, then I'll be perfectly okay, with, finishing season 1 and just throwing it up on webtoons so more people can see it. Because you got to think about it. When the anime drops, you already have a huge fan base. I mean, millions of people are on webtoons. But it makes more sense if you really want to have that fan base coming into dropping the anime, So I think in the future, which that could be like, the future. that'd be the next play. I don't know. I mean, then if you look at numbers, Americans aren't reading like that. manga.
That's sad.
Yeah, it is sad. It's very sad. But they're just not. Like, you look
No,
at the
they're
numbers, folks are
We're
not.
reading manga, man.
Yeah. I mean, manga sales are always high, but like, it seems like for some reason, just the comics, nobody's reading them. I don't know what's going on. So, I mean, we can do our thing like independently, like through Kickstarter with our fan base or whatever. But it's like, back in the day where they drop a comic and, a million people buy it. It's just not really happening like that unless it's on Webtoons. Yeah, a million people are reading on Webtoons. So, it kind of goes back to the whole free shit thing. So, yeah, it's rough out here.
Rich, I think you're in there too with this because you've built a fan base that's ravenous for your stuff, and that's helping you out.
Yeah, it's it's all social media for me. Facebook, Instagram did really well. It is hard to break into comic book shops because you do where I got a unique perspective on it because I owned a comic book shop and I create comics, so I understand why the retailers don't back a lot of Kickstarters because a lot of creators they'll create a retail tier, but the discount is not enough for the retailer to justify investing in it.
Right.
And that goes back to why we made the retailer tiers for Reign of Dracula with such a deep discount at 50%. I know, and Jerry knows, we're going to take a loss on the retailer tiers, but we're hoping to get into that market and get this specific one into the stores to set up a fan base. So when the color editions come out next year through the normal distribution channels, we'll have that fan base, that are ready to get it. But yeah, man, it's a weird time in comic books. I shouldn't be saying this the week that I got offered to write a superhero comic for one of the bigger comic publishers, but superheroes are dead. They just don't know it yet, and anime killed them.
Hey, you said it, not me. But
oh no,
I'm right, man.
Dead serious, man. Like I used to go to conventions, and
it's anime.
Yeah, it's anime everywhere, dude. I mean, people aren't cosplaying Superman anymore. They're cosplaying Attack on Titan. I mean, hell, I went and bought an Attack on Titan cosplay. So nice. I'm addicted to it now. It's not only the future, it's the now. I mean, anime and manga, it is it. And the only way you can really do it in comic books, I think, right now are genre comics. Because what I can tell you from owning a comic book shop, superhero subscriptions are down. I mean, they've declined just about every year that I've owned the shop. Genre comics, horror sells, sci-fi, fantasy, that stuff is, more and more people are reading that. But if, superheroes, they're rapidly in decline. I think people have just gotten kind of bored of the same 13 stories recycled with different costumes.
You said it. I was gonna say they're just kind of stale. Like, how many times are they gonna reboot Batman? Like, there's always 15 different issues of Batman coming out a month, and like, how many times are people gonna read the same thing?
Exactly.
And there's only so much they can do with them because they have to follow like that formula. The superheroes have to like stand for a certain thing. Like, you always know like what you're gonna get. So, like anime, manga, like it's so much more unpredictable.
Yes,
and it's like it's so much more out there.
Yep.
That's the appeal. I mean, y'all both hit it right there. I mean, that's what I've been noticing just going to the conventions as well. I was like, our generation is probably the last ones who are really like, because we grew up on Marvel and DC, but when you look at those kids, all those kids it's all anime. I mean, it's anime, and like you said, I think, having those fresh and unique stories that isn't, just black and white, good guys and bad guys, like that's the suit. Everybody's tired of that shit. So it's like.
I'm glad you said
You're absolutely right.
but that's also why a story like Invincible can win though, because Invincible is superhero, but it's different. It's not like it's an interesting take on like the superhero version.
I love Invincible.
This was fire. Yeah,
it's deep.
The reason why Ralph is muted is because Ralph doesn't like those type of stories.
Oh.
Yeah. Ralph likes the good, clean cut. Who's good and who's bad. But thank you all for speaking to my soul that I have been saying for the past. What is it now?
All right,
5 years
is misrepresenting me here. What I'm saying is that if you're going to write a superhero story, a lot of people go, well, I don't want to write the good superhero because it's boring. And I'm like, no, you're a bad writer. So you can't write a superhero story because, it's more difficult to write a good character than it is to write a bad character. Bad characters are very easy to write. Anti-heroes are very easy to write. But if you're going to write a good superhero character, you have to actually get into psychology, get into the aspects of what good and evil is, and because most people who are good because they have rules that they live by, and that's why they're good. And you need to keep those rules to make sure that the person stays good. I think one of my favorite lines, and I heard it was in Doctor Who, and it was the doctor telling somebody, good men don't need rules.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, and that's stuck in my head ever since.
That's what makes it boring.
Stuck in my head ever since. Yeah.
Because then basically the rule is whatever the good guy does is good. That's boring.
It's not boring. It's again, you have to, like, when it comes to good guys, you have to get more into the head, more into the psychology of things. When you're writing them, if you write them the way you're talking about there, where oh yeah, everything's, what's gonna happen, all this and that. The thing is to write the drama that's happening in the good character's head. Is he gonna be able to do what he needs to do in order to be the good guy, or is he just gonna fall and become the villain? It's the hero's journey.
Yeah, no, you're right on that. And it's kind of like you take Frank Miller's look at Superman, and Frank Miller killed Superman by making him a fascist Reaganite toady. And from that point on, everybody hated Superman. But then you spin around and you get All-Star Superman. And in All-Star Superman, that is the perfect example of who Superman is and who a hero should be, because it's all about that sacrifice. It's all about not the power he has, but what he has to give up to keep the people he loves safe. I think that's why Spider-Man always resonates with people.
Yeah.
When he was younger. I mean, Spidey's lost a little bit now that they've aged Peter up, which now we get to shift to Miles. And in anime and manga, you get a lot of that. You get a lot of that heroic complexity there, and I love the legacy. Manga allows its characters to die, and then it allows a new generation to rise up. I mean,
it allows them to age, allows them to die, allows them to live.
The thing that will save
you say the thing about Peter Parker. I was going to say, it's funny that you say the thing about Peter Parker. I like the fact that they've aged him up. I feel like they should keep aging him up. I think that we should see the stories of his son and his daughter, or whoever it is. I think he should move forward, and just the next generation should show up.
I agree with that. They've let Peter age, but they've not let Spider-Man age. They've still got Peter doing kind of the same things. But that's where Miles or Mayday can come in and really do some new things. In my opinion, for whatever it's worth, the only way to turn the tide around on superhero comics is to let Bruce Wayne die.
Yeah.
And then you do that, let Peter Parker die. You let Clark Kent die, and you keep them Uncle Ben dead. You don't bring them back. You force readers into a new generation of heroes.
I love the term Uncle Ben dead. That is amazing.
Come back, Uncle Ben will come back.
Every comic book reader knows exactly what that means.
Yeah.
Uncle Ben dead. He's coming back. That's a fact. That's a good idea.
I would love to see a universe where what we're talking about has happened. Like when they did Spider-Girl, I don't know if they had killed Peter off in that, or if they were just older
parents. Are we
parents.
talking about Ghost Spider, or are we talking about...
No, we're talking about the Spider-Girl from a couple of years back. She was in an alternate universe.
Yeah, like early 2000s, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was May Parker, and she was Spider-Girl, Spider-Woman. They actually allowed the character to age. I think either her father was missing an arm or something. Something had happened to him. I don't remember anymore. But they allowed it to move forward, and that book did well for a long time.
Yeah, it did. And collectors love it because it's a badass cover and a good book.
And I know us as older collectors, we would love to see what's happened to the universe that we grew up with as it aged with us.
Yeah. And again, that's where manga and anime really have that advantage. You know, like I love Attack on Titan. I'm absolutely addicted to this thing. And, you know, you start with these characters, they're little kids. And by the time you get to the final season and the final season and the final season, you know, they're young adults, you know. And you feel like you've grown with them. But if you've been reading Batman since you were a kid, you feel like you've just kind of stayed in the same place. You know,
or it's like you've outgrown Batman.
Yeah, I see what you did there. And but yeah, you know, animes, it's the now. You know, it really is.
It is. All right,
I love that because I liked anime before it became popular.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when I was like 10 years old or whatever, and like Sailor Moon was on TV, and everyone's like, "Oh, anime, what's that?" It's so stupid. And even in like the late 2000s, like 2010s and whatever, when I was doing anime conventions, like, you know, all of the superhero fans were like turning their nose up, like, "Oh, what is that? That's just garbage." And it's like, it's so delicious that the tables have turned.
Yeah, it really has.
Pendulum always swings. Yo, I do remember that though, because being a kid or just being in school, if you were into anime, like you said, like before,
you were a nerd. You were a social outcast, dude.
It was like people thought you were like weird. Like I remember going to school.
Those Chinese cartoons. Stop watching those Chinese cartoons.
I think people forget that there was subdivisions in geekdom. You know, if you were a D&D geek, then you were separated from everybody. If you were a comic book geek, then you were separated from everybody. If you were an anime geek, then you were and then everybody. Some people would cross over, but you had very few crossovers. They would really be vicious to each other. Actually,
I remember those days.
Wizards of the Coast. Did anybody go there to play like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon? Yeah, man. I remember me and my friends would go there, and I know exactly what you're talking about, bro. It's like you had to like prove yourself that you were like. I remember we would go in, and they'd be like, "Do you really play Pokemon?" Like, yeah, bro. I got my deck. I'm about to kill you, bro. I was like, you had to like, yeah, man. That's a great podcast topic. Okay.
I mean,
it's funny how the show goes all over the place. I know.
That's what makes the show great. It's unpredictable.
Exactly. We can start off on one place and we'll end up in a whole other place by the end of the show.
Exactly. It just all ends up we pick on Jordan.
There you go.
Pretty much. Come on, man. Number two. Number two. Only number two. What happened to number one?
Only number two. He's slacking, man.
I know.
Listen. Here's another self promo for you.
Oh.
These right here. These right here on my wall.
Yep. I recognize all of those.
Yeah. You'll probably recognize the other like 15 or so that you shoved in that box.
Yeah. I did. Jordan's like a super fan, man. So when
he's a super fan. That's why I'm dying to get him to New York for like a whole New York Comic-Con type of thing.
Yeah.
Those two right there.
Oh, nice.
At this point, we're gonna need to just bring Jordan over for Anime NYC.
That'd be a good show to bring him for. He likes anime too.
Yeah.
And then your other self promo, real quick, if I may.
Oh, here we go.
If you can't
please don't promote my stuff.
If you can't make it down to if you can't make it to Nirvana Comics, if you can't make it to Nirvana Comics, and you have a phone with an app store, download League of Comic Geeks. You can find their store on there.
Oh, you mean an app where I can browse a whole collection of another comic book shop from another state and order things from that comic book shop and have it delivered to me?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Simply amazing.
I cannot believe how advanced technology has come.
What a time to be alive.
I can now order my next Dirk Manning book, Butts and Seats 2, to my house, all the way from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yes, you can.
And you can order a special cover from Rich Davis because he has do you still have that beautiful cover? Because or did it finally sell out?
Which one?
The beautiful Kiss cover.
What?
There have been a lot of covers for those books. I'm trying to remember which one that is. Jordan, you probably have it, right?
Which one?
Jordan doesn't look like he knows either.
It's like
Again, like I said, which one?
I think it's the cover from the Frankenstein story.
Oh, Prometheus and Chains. Yeah.
Prometheus and Chains.
you mean
It's the beautiful, well-drawn couple cover.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, we do have crap. That was the Aaron Bartling cover, wasn't it?
Oh, it was beautiful, man.
Yeah, I think it was
wait,
Aaron Bartling, and yes, it is sold out.
Are you
They
talking about the
finally
blue
sold
one or the? Well, wait, is that the blue one?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, I have that.
Oh, look at that.
I
Now,
knew you have it.
If only we could buy books from Jordan Hagar himself.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay,
my
the
God.
Ariel Diaz cover. Yes.
It is so beautiful.
Ariel just, oh my God.
Knocked
She's
it out the
amazing to
park,
work
yeah.
with, and
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cover. I'd forgotten about that one. Yeah, it sold out fast.
But if you're talking about the one on Rich's site, PayPal so lovingly canceled that on me. So I'm sure that one's.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, so that's why you bought it through the shop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. That was the other one.
Oh.
The one that's like gold and black and.
Oh yeah, that was Les's the bondage cover, right?
Okay. Damn, the bondage cover.
With all the chains.
Uh-oh.
He's like, let me find it. But yeah, PayPal did some weird stuff. They just randomly canceled people's orders. I was like, what the hell?
Rude.
Dude, I've had Kickstarter do that to me.
Really?
Yeah.
I've also had Kickstarter do that to me.
It's annoying.
Kickstarter,
Because
please
there's
don't do
times
that to
where
me.
you're there and you're supporting, and all of a sudden it goes, well, your Kickstarter didn't go through. I mean, you didn't go through.
Just allow me to go to.
Obviously not Kickstarter enough to buy this.
Allow me to go to worldofdracula.com and find it.
Oh, another
Well,
self-promotion.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I just need Jordan to be my hype man, you know?
Exactly.
Let's
Well,
put,
Rich,
like,
while
a
Jordan
rock
is
around
doing
his
that,
neck,
you can
like,
help Jordan
come
out
Yo,
by
yo,
saying,
yo, buy this stuff.
exactly. You can,
I just did that for Jason Douglas. I can do it for you.
So, Rich, tell everybody where they can find you, all the good stuff, while Jordan looks for what he's looking for.
I don't know if I want to tell people where they can find me. I don't want weirdos showing up at my door.
I mean, we could just let Jordan do it for you.
Yeah, no, I just don't want Ralph showing up at my door is the thing. The rest of you guys, come on over.
Oh, all right, let's go.
You didn't say that when I showed up on your window the other. Oh
Road
wait, no,
trip
you
time.
didn't know.
Whoa. I can't see. Oh yeah, that's the bondage cover. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's the one that PayPal so lovingly canceled.
Yeah, they canceled like half the orders on that just randomly for no reason. So I don't know.
Oh my God, I remember the cover. It was beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. So I still have a few of those left. If you guys want them, hit me up. But yeah, you can find me on social media. It's just World of Dracula on everything. And hey, we got a new backer. That's awesome.
Oh shit!
Hell yeah, that's
Look, you're at 800 straight now.
right. So yeah, you can go to Kickstarter. It's just Kickstarter. Search for Reign of Dracula. And you can back us there. We've got some amazing backer tiers, affordable, accessible, and the product is just gonna. I'm a little biased, but the product's gonna be amazing. And remember, in the first 48 hours, if you back us in this first 48 hours, you will get digital copies of all 6 issues of Prometheus and Chains for free. And we're also running some big discounts depending on what tier you invest in on the Kickstarter in the first 48 hours. Retailers, you get 50% off of the retailer tiers. Plus, during the first 48 hours, retailers, I think it's another 15% discount on there on top of the 50. So, help us get where we need to go in the first 48 hours, and we will help you make money off of these books.
Hey, Ralph, did you show off that the wall art?
Did I show off the wall art?
Yeah, if you scroll down on the scroll down on the Kickstarter.
Okay, hold on.
I don't know, Rich. I think I need a little bit of incentive. Could we maybe put Jordan Hagar as like a cover photo? I don't know, for a book.
I think actually Jordan is getting drawn into one of the books as like a background character.
Wait, what?
Perfect.
I like how Jordan's like, wait, what?
This sounds like the book that I need to get for the second source point joke that we're gonna.
I mean, you can, but I'm already gonna have the book.
No. You won't have this book.
Yeah, this is news to me there, Rich.
Yep. I was going to surprise you with it.
Aw.
I don't see anything here.
Well, you passed it. Hold on, go up.
Up.
He has a big thing in front of it that says something like
Your
right
design
there.
here.
There you
you
go.
are. Oh,
Yeah.
is that Denji? Aw.
So Jordan, I actually don't know what this tier is. I think that's one that
it's an
Jared
add-on.
did today.
It's an add-on.
It's an add-on. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Right on. Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. That's cool.
Yep. It can either be 11 by 17 or 20 by 24.
Oh, so this is the one you got. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Scroll up just a little bit, like right above the picture.
Wait, but Chainsaw
Right there.
Man.
Right there. 24 by 36.
Yeah. So you can either get this. Yeah. Jerry and I talked about that. I remember now. So you can either get an 11 by 17 poster of any cover that you want, or you can do a full movie one sheet size 24 by 36 the same way of any of the covers. So that's pretty sick. I like that.
So that's the one you got, Jordan. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And which cover did you choose?
The
Chainsaw Man? Chainsaw Man?
Scroll.
Chainsaw Man?
It was what was her name?
Bella Racklin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bella's cover is beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, it's fantastic. That one. Oh man.
Yeah.
It's really striking. It really stands out. I love her. Like you said, Bella does great work with color.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The lighting is amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is my first time ever working with Bella. And you know, her art, man. I'm adding her to my list of artists I want to contact regularly about covers.
Speaking of Thorny, before we go, wasn't he supposed to be on with us?
Yeah, so we were doing another show earlier with Ming Chen from Comic Book Men, and Jerry had something come up at the end of it, so he wasn't able to make it tonight.
I thought it was because of me, and I didn't send him the link or something.
No, I sent him the link. He just he's doing Halloween.
As long as it wasn't me. Oh
So,
man! All right. Speaking of which, now it's time for the night to tell us about the night.
Oh, about the what do you mean?
Yeah, what are you doing tonight?
The thing. What are you doing?
What are you?
Yeah. Oh, nothing. About to go watch that.
So you know what you need to do? You need to tell everybody who you are, where you are, all the good stuff, and where they can find you. Because that's really important.
Okay, my fault. All right,
It's okay. We know Jujutsu Kaisen's coming out like tomorrow, so don't.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Quentin Dorsey. You can check me out Instagram K_O_Abyss. I'll be in Atlanta for Black Boy Art Show Sunday. I'll be in Anime NYC the following week. Pancake and Booze in DC. Pancake and Booze in Philly. And yeah, man, Wefunder's up. Wefunder be up for probably another 6 months or so. So it can go for a very long time. So
well, that's pretty good. That gives you enough. That gives you a lot of time to make the money.
Yeah. I mean, because it's investors, so people gotta get some time to whatever. So a lot of people
check it out and see what's going on. Look at your stuff. Yeah.
So we'll just stretch it out, but yeah, man. Appreciate y'all, man.
It's impressive. You're already at 8,400. So
hell yeah.
Yeah. So we rocking and rolling, man. We just gotta keep it going, and
So, folks, if you want to get on the bottom level of an anime and be part of it, here's your chance. You can invest in this. They're trying to reach $50,000 right now. They're 8,400. Come on, folks. This stuff is beautiful, and you saw that video. I'm going to play it again. You saw that video.
I watched it like 3 times today. Like,
I've seen it a couple times. Yeah.
Love
there
it.
you have it, folks.
I think he's trying to play it.
No, not yet.
Oh.
Also, well, Ralph, there's one more.
Anything else, guys? You need to say before we go?
There is another Kickstarter starting tomorrow.
We have a list, Jordan. We have a list. I'm pretty sure there's more than one.
No, there's only one. Just that's it. They
only
passed
one.
the rule.
Someone that may be on the shirt.
Is that which one is Dirk dropping tomorrow?
Hope Volume 2.
Okay.
That's right. Hope drops tomorrow. Yeah.
Yep.
I love Dirk, man. I can't say that enough. He's such a nice guy.
Dirk Manning, yeah, he's a blast. I love running into him at the conventions. We always do some kind of crazy thing at New York Comic Con.
And then I always do crazy stuff with them in Ohio.
Yeah.
All right. So then I'll just run through the rest of the list. Astro Witch, Good, Bad, and the Prehistoric, Slice of Life by Kat Kalamia, Retail Sunrise, Tentacle Kitty Still Going On, Cthulhu
Tentacle
Murders,
Kitty, yep. Wait.
Roseblood
Tentacle
Manor,
Kitty's still going on,
and Lunar Smoke.
And now they have a special gold pin you can get if you support the Kickstarter right now.
Which one are you talking about?
Tentacle Kitty. They got the special little gold pin that you can get if you get yourself a cute little Tentacle Kitty.
No.
Wait,
I think I bought 3 Tentacle Kitties at different conventions I've gone to. So they're getting my money. They make great gifts.
Tentacle Kitty is amazing. And now that they're doing that the profession Tentacle Kitties, you can get like certain professions and give it to certain people, like medics and
it's like Barbie.
librarians.
They're turning it into Barbie.
Exactly.
But better.
But better.
Exactly.
But more adorable.
No.
They are so huggable.
I think the better one would be Build-A-Bear, but economical.
Okay. I dig that, yeah.
Okay, Build-A-Bear, they're pretty good. My daughter likes them.
Oh.
All right. So, folks, those are all the Kickstarters. Jordan mentioned yours. Sorcier, anything?
I got nothing. I mean, if
you
you
have
want to
the
follow,
hat. You have the hat.
I have the hat.
The hat's amazing.
I'm still toiling away on my own comic stuff for Sacramento number 7. So you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram at Matasorcier. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
You mean we can follow you as we see your process as you make each and every single page and panel?
Yeah, I'm gonna start recording my process actually because I'm doing pages traditionally now. So you'll see me like painting and. Huh?
Didn't you recently do that? I saw a video where you showed your process.
Oh, there's a lot of videos about my process. I do like a lot of time lapse drawings, and yeah, that's gonna keep going, and it will not stop anytime soon. That's a threat, not a promise.
I feel so sorry for your future self.
Oh yeah, that's me. I do the thing.
I just followed you on Instagram.
What's your Instagram? Can y'all put it in the chat?
Oh sure.
Oh, definitely. Matasorcier does amazing stuff. Her art is beautiful. If you get a chance, go check it out. And like she was saying, you can actually see the process of what she's doing now. This is what I was talking. This is the video I was talking about.
Oh yeah, this is me painstakingly coloring that dress.
Nice. I love time lapse. I do one, but it's very boring to watch somebody type.
Dude, I've thought of so many ways trying to do that whole like, oh, Ralph is writing a story type of thing, and none of them work.
You can have like random stuff going on in the background, I guess, like as you're trying to write. Like just have your family get in on it.
Subway surfers moving in the background.
Yes.
No,
showtime. We need showtime.
Exactly. Showtime. Ralph is doing his story.
Yep.
So go check out Matasorcier. She does great stuff.
Right on.
And there we go. All right. I think with that, I will leave you with both videos, but we'll start off with our beautiful Dracula video.
Good, because I don't want to follow that anime. I want to go before.
Are you trying to... We're back.
We are.
We are.
Of course, we're back because I have to show the next video.
Yes, you
Nat,
do.
you were going to say something before I show the next video?
I said we're back.
Oh, I thought you said something when I cut you off with the other video.
I was making a joke about.
You saw that fire trailer just now? Well, what if I told you you could own a piece of that anime? If you head on over to Wefunder.com, you can invest and claim a part of it for yourself, thus making this more than just your regular anime. This is fan-owned, people. Check it out.
So cool.